17th Sunday, July 27th, 2025. When you enter the church, do you ever notice people at prayer? Some may be fingering their beads, kneeling or sitting in a nearby pew. Others are found before the tabernacle, adoring the Lord present in the Blessed Sacrament. Another person may be walking the Stations of the Cross, praying before a favorite statue or shrine, or someone else sitting with the Bible or their prayer book opened on their lap. As you observe them, you find them steeped in prayer. Perhaps each person can try to explain how their experience unites them with the Lord. All are special and personal forms of prayer. Listening to the Word of God in Genesis today, it appears that God is talking to himself. The author of Genesis has God looking down on us, seeing the world in disarray, and then says, I must go down. I need to find out. Because he could see the broken, sinful world which he intended to punish. That led Abraham to speak in behalf of others and begin the greatest bargaining caper on record. He did a good job, having the Lord go from 50 to just one innocent person to avert disaster. We need him to represent us, to speak on our behalf. Do we think our world is better than the Genesis reality? No way. Abraham pleaded, God listened, and the same is true of our prayer as they go before the Lord. I like to use the examples to help me live the gospel experience of today. St. Luke's Gospel finds Jesus' closest friends observing him at prayer in communion with the Father. And when he concludes his own prayer, the apostles ask him to teach them to pray, as John was the teacher of prayer for his disciples. His response is so clear and so familiar. It is an expression of praise, adoration, gratitude, a request to make his kingdom present, to know and do his will for our salvation. Then the urgent request for our needs, material and spiritual, for forgiveness and the ability to forgive, and finally, for protection from the devil, which we need so badly in our present world. Well, we have been doing this for years, but I need to ask, do I go beyond or behind the words? Do I believe that the Lord hears me or even cares? May we continue with the gospel teaching. We are told 3 things to do, but before we do, I need to renew my desire to speak to the Lord in my own words, aware and believing I am in a personal conversation. And so I begin. Lord, I want to ask. Lord, I am looking for. Lord, my door is open, and I believe yours is too. I'm knocking, asking, seeking. When I begin my conversation, I don't want to be distracted or interrupted, but focused on what I am doing and with whom I am in personal contact. The God who loves us wants to hear from us. We don't just presume, but we become aggressive, not afraid to open up, speak our mind. Abraham did. Why don't we? As I was preparing these thoughts, I was drawn back in years to another teacher of prayer. Many of us remember the Venerable Fulton Sheen, renowned preacher and teacher. His words are found today on YouTube. We recall his television program, but also today can hear his dramatic recitation of a prayer poem which perhaps you have or we haven't thought about for years. May I conclude our reflection today by listening again. Lovely lady, dressed in blue, teach me how to pray. God was just your little boy. Tell me what to say, and you know the way. God bless you.